Well, Tony, talk about it. I mean, tough position for you to be in, obviously, you know, expecting a big fight, a main event, and things change so late. Talk about first the decision to stay in the fight and face a newcomer.
UFC's first time in Sioux Falls, so why wouldn't I want to be a part of this? You heard there was a huge crowd here for RFA. I'm glad to be a part of it. Michael Chiesa fell out. Landon Vannata stepped up, undefeated nice guy coming out of Albuquerque, Jackson Wink. Hey, what better else to go out there and show some good skills, you know, for the fans out there.
Very nice. I wonder because, I mean, you're so advanced. You're up there. I mean, you're on the verge of a title shot. It seems like there's a lot for you to risk in this and maybe little for you to gain. So, I mean, did you guys have that conversation of, like, is it worth the risk?
It depends on what you call risk, because it depends on nothing for me. Because any person that goes across from me and signs on a dotted line, they know what they get themselves into. They're going to propel themselves. Same way with me. When Michael Chiesa fell out and Landon Vannata came in, completely different opponent, switched up the camps. We had a couple spies out from Albuquerque come in over at my camp, worked with me, and went back. I don't know if they talked, but it is what it is. And like I said before when I fought Alpha Male, none of those guys can step inside of that gym with them or inside that octagon with them. And coming on Wednesday night, you guys will see it. My skill set, my conditioning, I've been working really hard. I put on a couple pounds. I actually added in one of these strength and conditioning places where the players go to train for the combine. So I took this camp really seriously, and didn't matter who was going to be in front of me. It wasn't even me to beat myself, because I'm putting in all that extra time in there. Like Muhammad Ali said, the fight is won before we even step foot inside that ring, and I feel like I put in my hours.
So when you say there were some people in from Albuquerque, was this before you were fighting Vannata, or like, I mean, does it?
It is what it is. Everybody always goes there.
Yeah.
I like to throw a little out there, you know, just because Jackson Wink is awesome, and you know I have nothing against him. I went against Aaron Riley. I broke his jaw, and Winklejohn knows what he's up against. And being on there, I love taking out these big gyms. I've went from all the way from the pit to American Top Team to Black Zillions. You name it, we fought them, and I like putting that little gold pin right where they're at.
Very nice. Talk about, what did you know about Landon Vannata? Did you know anything about him before you accepted, and what do you think about him now that, you know, we're on the verge of this fight?
He's a wrestler, took fifth in the Nationals. He's a good all-around guy. He knows his mat awareness. He takes the Ito Portal kind of route. I still don't know who that guy is, but I guess he does a lot of that type of movement type of thing, and he has a solid right hand. But he's going to have his hands full come on Wednesday night when I impose my own will. We
talked to him a little bit earlier, and the one thing that really shocked us was he said he thinks you're predictable. I mean, that would be the last word I think I'd use to describe you. So when you hear him say he's predictable, he does the same thing over and over, do you think he's posturing? What do you think when you hear that?
Oh, it's good little slander, man. It's awesome. I love to hear people talk like that. You know, you got a nice little Thundercat that's coming up, talking his way up. Good for you, buddy. And you think I'm predictable, you're going to have your hands full now.
What do you think comes after this fight? I mean, I know you got to focus and you can't look too far past it, but where you're at, I mean, it's right there on the edge. I mean, do you feel like a title shot come next? You got Habib sitting out there that's saying he thinks he should be next. I mean, do you think this is the type of fight that should get you a title shot?
Every fight should give me a title shot, and especially every finish and every performance that I've been given. With 7 consecutive victories and going towards my 8th, what sounds better than 10-1? 11-1. And with Khabib and Alvarez and RDA in the picture, and people dropping ship and going down a weight class and going up a weight class to avoid me, you don't see anybody sign on the dotted line anytime soon. So regardless of what it is, this fight is one of the fights I wanted to fight inside the summer. And, you know, I didn't get my fight in the beginning of the spring. I like to keep active, 3 fights a year. I went all the way up to 6 fights a year. And so I like to stay active, and my shelf life is very long. And being 32 years old, you know, halfway to 64, a third of a century, I don't feel any older than I feel. So I'm on my way to greatness, and that title will be there.
I know that you were busy getting ready for your fight, but did you get a chance to see Eddie Alvarez, and what did you think of his performance?
You know, he's a sandbagging SOB. You know, his first 2 fights he had, he just sandbagged it, put a lot of pressure and didn't show too much. And he is that kind of guy. But it's that fighter, and he did win. He looked sharp on that night, and he was a better fighter. Landed a couple good right hands, snuck that other one right behind it, and he put him on a street where he didn't know where he was at. And he couldn't cross left, couldn't cross right, and couldn't get his feet right. And RDA lost his title to somebody that he probably didn't take too serious.
How do you think you match up with Eddie?
I'll match better than anybody of these guys. In the top 5, I'm right where I belong. With my last fight with Edson Barbosa, was a clasher. And the fight before that was with Josh Thompson. And if Landon thinks I'm very predictable, and he's got these vets that are coming out bloody, and they have no idea what I'm doing, watch out, buddy.
Things go your way on Wednesday night. How do you think this thing plays out?
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I'm happy. I've been putting in the work. I've been running around the Denny Sanford Arena. I've been putting in my 3 to 4 miles a night. As soon as I get done with my workouts, I send my crew back, and then when they go to bed and everybody else is here, I'm looking out, get a nice fresh breath of air, and I get to look and I get to imagine myself going inside that octagon, shaking my opponent's hand right afterwards and knowing that my hand will be raised victorious.